on the head-to-head debate, we got the battle of the churn. On one side, advocating for the personal churn factor, we got Moshe, you've seen him before, EMEA's GM, and on the, I will guess, blue corner, advocating for the static churn definition, Yoni Barzilai, Director of Strategic Service US. Again, just to remind you the rules, each get 30 seconds to make their case, and then another 30 seconds to reply for the first one's 30 seconds. I guess it makes sense. And we'll start with, we'll go with age, I guess, Moshe.
Thank you. Yeah, so I think it's pretty clear that, you know, using churn factor is a much better approach compared to, you know, a static one-size-fits-all definition of churn definition, just because, you know, we appreciate the fact that customers are very different from one another, and in order to really, you know, make sure that we are keeping customer engaged, we are actually preventing them from churn, we want to treat them differently based on their activity. And I think, you know, the reality is you have customers who are usually purchasing once a month, you have customers who are purchasing every day or every few days. You want to make sure that you are treating those customers differently. And this is why.
This is why, such a cliffhanger. Yoni, your first take.
All right, so a static definition is easy to understand, especially for marketers. You create a benchmark for your business. You understand what the average frequency is for customers purchasing, what is their purchase cycle, and you stick with that. It also helps, this type of definition also is easier to combine not just purchase frequency, but also visit frequency and any activity, be it reviews, returns, any kind of activity that the customer has with the business. And then also, it also helps increase frequency for the lower frequency customers. Those who purchase once a year, if you define the threshold 6 months, you can get them to buy quicker.
All right, so I think I'm sensing the direction of this debate, but I will cap it off when you both get the second segment. So Moshe, here's your second.
Yeah, I mean, I get what Yoni is saying, but you know, still at the end of the day, you know, I think one of the reasons we wanna flag customers as active churn or new and create those lifecycle stages is to, you know, give them different incentive and market to them differently. And I think, you know, you don't want to end up giving, you know, big chunk of discounts to customers who are actually, you know, not going to churn soon because their pattern of activity is just different. And this is why I think that, you know, you can probably create your KPIs and different, you know, dashboards in one specific way, but for, you know, a CRM and marketing standpoint, I'm a strong believer the churn factor is a big helping factor in terms of cost saving and better marketing.
That's it. All right, Yoni?
All right. So the problem with personal frequency or personal churn definition or churn factor is that it's not too accurate if that specific customer doesn't have enough interactions. So if a customer purchased twice or visited twice and you try to calculate churn based on that, then you're probably not going to get the right answer because you can't really calculate frequency. And the second thing is that it doesn't typically cover the whole database. So you can't calculate personal frequency if a customer has one interaction, which is typically about 70% of the business. So for that, if you try to use different approaches, it starts getting more difficult for marketers to handle and to understand how to treat each customer with what type of churn definition.
So in a way, to me, an outsider looking in, it seems a bit like some similarities to the debate between Android and Apple users. On one hand, there's a one-size-fits-all that's well thought out and should work for you. And on the other is something that's highly customizable. I don't know. It's for once, though, it feels like a debate that there's no one definite answer here. So I leave that for the viewers